right, we are getting started. Let me turn my music down and turn my phone off. Good morning, everybody. Nikki Burnett here, Taste Life Radio. Taste Life Nutrition is my practice. We're streaming live on KUHS Denver. Thank you, Henry, for all that you do. This is an amazing station. And well, I'm just going to start with gratitude now, because what I was going to say is I'm super grateful for the ability to talk about the stuff I love to talk about. Yeah. It's really great because I think I want to bring in people who have amazing things to say, who are, entrepreneurs, and who, kind of like Amanda here, who is multi-talented, wears multiple hats, is a multi-entrepreneur, right? All of the things that you say. And so I'm really grateful for the ability to do what I do, to have a ton of fun, and bring to you what I consider to be the truth. Because out there we have so much misinformation when it comes to everything, right? But particularly around health, what's good, what's not good, what's right, what's not right. And what we always have to remember is science changes. And so we're bringing you what we know to be the truth today. And then tomorrow, if something changes, we're going to bring to you what we know to be the truth tomorrow, because that's the beauty of science. But we always want to stay kind of at that cutting edge and really bring to you what we know to be good and right and solid. And we're here to have fun. We're here to talk dogs. We're here to just kind of just be as well-rounded and fun as we possibly can. And so today, I'm really excited about this because Amanda Hendren she's a friend, but she also is a business owner, as I said, a couple of businesses, and we're going to talk about that. But first, I should let you talk about what you're grateful for.
Yeah, what am I grateful for? So I was cheating. I was practicing all the way here.
I do the same thing. Yeah.
But no, it's good. I love gratitude practice. And I was thinking, actually, I'm really grateful for my support network. And part of that includes you and your husband and why I'm here today. But like super grateful for my husband who supports me like through everything and through... He's just like my rock, and my team of people who help me run my business, and our clients who help, like, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a business.
Right.
So, and like for you, and I was thinking about how, like, I love when things come full circle. So Lowry helped us find our current space for our fitness center, and now you and Lowry are members, and then now I get to be here. So I just love when things like come full circle.
It's really beautiful. I think we would agree on this, but these perfect things, right? These perfect little circles, these perfect events that happen. It's really just a God thing, and it's just it's so fun and to watch things unravel, because when you're in the midst of something good or bad, you're like, what is going to come out of this? What's happening? And, what should I do next? And then you look back a day, a week, a year, 5 years, like, oh, that's why. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yep. It's beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah. It doesn't feel beautiful always in the moment.
Yeah. Well,
but
that's
given
growth.
That perspective. Yeah, exactly.
It's growth.
Yep.
It has, we grow when it's difficult, in the difficult times, and I would say yes, the good times, we don't know if it's good, if it's not been bad, but you have the most growth, and you're like, okay, I learned so much from that, and it was really freaking hard, but I learned a ton, and I think that is that is the life of an entrepreneur.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's true. So why don't we just kind of jump in and let's talk a little bit. I always want to start the show when I have a guest on, especially someone who's super fun. Who you are, what you do, why you do it, what motivates you, what excites you. Kind of let's get a little bit of a history, and then we'll just dig into the fun stuff.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, we were talking about this just before we went live. I'm like, who am I? I don't know. It's easy to like go into like your roles when you're talking about who you are. So look, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, I'm an entrepreneur. So all of those things, how we kind of got started in what we do, which is we own a wellness collaborative. So we have a gym, and there's a nutritional therapy practitioner there, and a chiro there, and we serve all kinds of people that we'll talk about in a little bit. But my husband and I met. Okay, let's see. Back up. I went to school at UK and got my degree in Kinesiology and Health Promotion. I honestly had no clue what I wanted to do. Still don't know if I really know what I want to do.
It's always evolving, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because we grow, and so like our things grow. So I'm actually one of probably the few people that are actually doing what they went to school for now. So I went to school for that and got a business minor. Met my husband out here in Denver in 2006, and then. Long story short, we had our daughter, and then we met as personal trainers. So we worked at like a big global gym type gym as personal trainers, and we got introduced to something called Crossfit and fell in love with it, fell in love with each other. And then fast forward a few years, we both had this dream of opening a gym together. And we had moved back out here to Denver from Kentucky, and he was working like crazy hours as personal trainers typically do, and I was working in sales at a community center, and I was like, are we gonna do this? It's kind of like our daughter was like 3, and I'm like, we need to like I won't use the word, but we need to like get going. Like, you know, I always say, use the bathroom or get off the pot, right?
Yep.
It's kind of one of those moments of like, okay, are we going to do this?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so I quit my job, and then we got a loan and had some support from family, and started in 2012 our gym in this tiny little space off of King and 38th Avenue over in like the Highlands area, and then moved shortly after. Again, one of those moments of like we were kind of getting kicked out of our space, but it was also a blessing because we needed a bigger space.
Right.
So one of those entrepreneurial moments of like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Found our new space, and then that's when I met Lowry a couple years into that second space of ours when we were like, we're outgrowing our space, we need a newer space, and another one of those crazy moments of like we kept looking, and Lowry was so patient with us. So patient. I mean, I think it was like 2.5 years we searched.
Took some time, yeah.
It took some time. God bless him. And I was like dead set on this space that we have now.
Isn't that amazing?
And it was one of those things, he's like, hey, you know, I don't know if it's going to work out. And I'm like, no, this is what I want. And so we stuck with it, and here we are. So now we're in like our dream space.
It is a beautiful space. I mean,
Thanks.
It's still a gym, but it's huge.
Yeah.
And the great thing, Laura and I were talking a couple of days ago, and you know, you never anticipate something like COVID.
No.
Right?
No.
And so what is so great about that is you have all of this outdoor space.
It's such a blessing.
Yeah.
Such a blessing. I don't know what we would do without it.
Right.
Like, seriously. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, and we just love to be outside anyway.
Yeah.
So even if it's really hot and we're sweating and all this stuff,
Yeah.
we're like, yay, we're outside. So.
Yeah. Getting that vitamin D. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So it is a great space, and it's really fun. It's just fun to watch people evolve and develop, you know, personally, but, you know, in their business. When you're someone who can just kind of stand back and just watch, you know, and I didn't know you while you and Lowry were working together, but I knew you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, totally. Yeah, inadvertently. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I totally get it. Yep. Yeah. So it is fun.
Yeah. So what are the things, so I have a couple of questions, you know, the things that motivate you, the things that get you excited as an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurship is amazing and can be really daunting. Right? So, you know, those things, do you have that you are willing to share plans for the future?
Sure.
Things like that.
Yeah. We'll start with what motivates me. I think what motivates me is seeing other people have goals and dreams and then do the work to accomplish them. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. That is what like helps me keep going, is like seeing my team do that, seeing our members do that. I get excited about just people being willing to grow.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Cool.
And then as an entrepreneur, my parents were entrepreneurs, and so I kind of feel like it's almost like inbred in me to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So it motivates me to be able to like kind of like somewhat be in control of my, you know, my destiny, my future, my schedule a little bit.
That's hard.
Kids really control that. But for the future, that's a really good question. I don't know. I'm a very like future forward person typically. But I think right now, like being in this year, it's kind of a survival year. It's kind of like a maintenance year of like, okay, like
everybody's kind of feeling that way.
So not that I don't like keep having plans, but it's just to, I guess, to continue and grow and expand both as a human and as a business owner, and obviously our business as well. So,
Well, and you have another business, right? So, and it's not one that I've ever talked to you about. But I know a couple of your clients.
That's awesome.
So talk about that a little bit, because I think about having two businesses, and I'm like, whoa, how could I even do it? I don't know, you know?
Well, to be fair, the other one's kind of like my side hustle. So it's not my full focus, but I think what I kind of do in the gym is what I'm doing in this other business. So it's called Lifescape, and it's kind of still, like, I'm still figuring out kind of what it is, but I think at the core, myself, I'm a coach, and so like in the gym, I get to be like fitness coach and like coach for my team. And then this gives me an avenue or a platform to be a coach in other areas of life. So I think a couple years ago, what I noticed is that I was seeing people grow like so much, like in the gym, and like literally coming in one person, and like 2 years later, just like their confidence was different. The way they, you know, like showed up in the world was different. And I was like, wow, like there's so many other like pieces of the pie to like our life. And I want to help people grow in all those other pieces too. So like I feel like to be, like you're saying, like well-rounded and like fully alive and fully healthy, like you can't just focus on one piece of the pie. Like fitness is one aspect, nutrition is one aspect, but like if I'm mentally and emotionally like struggling, then I'm not going to be the healthiest version of myself. Or if my finances are struggling, I'm not going to be the healthiest version of myself. So that's kind of what this other thing that my other side hustle is just like helping people figure out what they want in those areas of their life, and then how they can get that. So
I think that's awesome. And I think it makes it's just kind of a perfect way of seeing humans and then seeing life, you know. So I'm a nutritionist, right? But I don't just work on food within people. I don't do meal. I rarely do meal plans, because most of the time people are like, but that's not the kind of food I like. I'm like, then why are you asking me to do meal plans?
I'm with you, girl. I've been there.
But we have to look at at people as their whole selves, as the individual that they are, because they're unique and different from everybody else, which does make things much more difficult. But that's okay.
Not always the answer they want to hear.
Right, but we've got to look at their environment, their family dynamics, their trauma, their history, their mental and emotional health. You know, all of these things. You know, what's are they using toxins on their body, in their body, in their environment to clean their homes? There's so many things that really we have to look at to try to bring balance to people. So we have to, the fitness and the nutrition is huge, but it's not everything. So much more.
So much more. And I think that's where some folks get overwhelmed. They're like, oh, well, I can't focus on all the things. That's okay. Like, you just pick one thing. Pick one thing to start with, right?
It's a practice.
For sure.
It's a practice.
And we're never there, right? Like, we've never arrived, right?
No.
Like, ever.
Well, and that's what life is. Life is just really here to practice and to go, okay, tomorrow's just going to be a little bit better than it was today. And today was pretty damn good, you know?
Absolutely. I love it.
Okay, let's take a quick break. Let's talk about Rightful, one of our sponsors, great company. They started out as a pain management company, so they have two supplements. It's a morning and an evening supplement, and so the morning kind of gets you going, and it's a turmeric-based product, so it literally helps those who are dealing with chronic pain. Now, we always want to understand what the pain is from. We don't want to cover up symptoms, right? But there are people like Lowry, my husband. He's got a bad ankle, and it's now fused. There's pain there that, we can't give him supplements or nutrition to help that pain. It's just a part of life at this point.
Yeah.
And so a product like Rightful just kind of helps to dampen that pain a bit. And so it has an evening formula that helps with sleep. For me, it helps with focus during the day. I feel good. It's a great supplement. It's also being, they're selling it now, and I say this all the time, but I just think it's really fun and interesting that they're selling it to pain clinics because it works so well. So they're getting away from, not getting away, people still need drugs periodically, right? That's the way it is. But, we're starting, seeing these little trends where the allopathic and the functional or holistic world are starting to kind of come together in ways. And it just makes sense. So it's a great product. It tastes good. And so there it is. You can go to rightful.com, put in TLN20, get a 20% discount. I think it's 20%. Yes. Either $20 off or 20%. I just got myself confused. Either way, put in the code, you'll get the discount.
Love it. I'm like, I want some.
Yeah.
I want to try it.
It's good stuff. Every time I have somebody and they're like, oh, I need to have that too.
Yeah,
I'm like, you should.
Check that
out. It's amazing. Good stuff. So I think one of the things that I want to get into now, before I forget, I have to say this because this is the best radio station in the country, or close to it anyway. My world is the best. But we're streaming live on KUHS Denver, and we always just have the best time here. So this is a great station, so keep it up. They've got lots of great other hosts on the station. So now, as I'm asking, I can't even talk. Want to talk to you about being a parent in the world that we're living in now, this whole COVID world. Kids going back to school, how you manage with the business and the kids and the school and all of those things that kind of surround, because you are now playing by completely different rules in more ways than I can really even comprehend. So what does that look like for you, and how are you keeping sane?
Yeah, my husband would probably say I'm not.
I don't know. I bet he thinks you're doing pretty well.
No. I mean, yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot. So, obviously, so we have a 12-year-old daughter. So she's going to start 7th grade next week.
Wow.
And I know, she goes so fast. And we have an 18-month-old son. So we kind of get to live both worlds of that. Thank goodness we don't have anything in the middle. But yeah, it is a lot. So obviously school shut down last year and went remote. Luckily we've got a great kid and she's pretty self-managed, so she can kind of do her thing. But trying to basically juggle all of those things. I was thinking about this kind of like in the show log on the way over here, and I'm like, kind of what I picture that is like, I'm juggling. I'm like a circus clown. That's kind of what I feel like too.
You put a big red nose on you.
Yes. So I'm juggling 100 things or whatever. So what that means is I can only hold so much at one time.
Right.
And do it well. And that means that other things are gonna fall. And that's just kind of like what life is. When we try to hold all those things, we're gonna just fumble and drop things. And so I feel like I can only hold so much at a time. So when I'm being a good mom, or when I feel like I'm crushing it as a mom, I'm holding that.
Yeah.
When I feel like I'm crushing work and I'm doing really well, I'm holding that. But there's other things. There's a million other roles that we all play, and so those things kind of we get to choose.
Right.
And so I think for me, how I'm staying sane is just trying to be intentional about what I'm choosing. And I think probably the best thing that I do to stay sane, we'll talk about rhythm, so that's kind of what we were talking about today, is but I think what it actually boils down to, beyond habits and rhythms, which are kind of the same thing, is making sure that my values and my rhythms are in alignment.
Yeah.
So I can do one without the other, but I'm going to feel crazy. So what I mean by that is I could work out all the time, but then I'm ignoring all these other values of my life.
Right.
So for us, our family values are faith, family, fun, adventure, and fitness. right? And so I know, I can tell when some of those things are falling off for us. So like when we're not having fun, like I feel that, right? Because it means probably we're focused too much on work. So I have to make sure that my schedule and my rhythms that like day to night are in alignment with those things.
Right.
So I think that's the biggest thing. And so like morning rhythms, afternoon rhythms, and that's going to look different for everyone. But like making sure those things are in place so that life can feel more simple. So like meal planning is a big one, right?
Right, yeah.
And simplifying those things, automating what we can. We're a big fan of like family meetings and just communicating all the time. So that those things like when life gets crazy, because dealing with kids at home, at school, and COVID, and all of the emotional things that come with that, plus a business, it's a lot. So trying to like simplify things, like think of like clearing out a closet, like what are all the things I don't really need to think about right now, and just getting it down to the core. So
what does your meal planning look like?
I like to keep it so simple. So I think of this as like, if you think about like when kids are in kindergarten and they have to like, they have like these 3 like lines of like meats, protein, carbohydrate, and fat. So I have a list of all the proteins that we like to eat as a family, all the carbohydrates that we like to eat, and then like all of the vegetables that we like to eat. And I literally do like a line. I think about it like I connect the lines, like, okay.
That's so interesting.
That's the way I like to do it, because it's just like so simple. And if I think like, I'm not thinking about like extravagant meals. I just like to keep it really, really simple, because I just don't have time for like fancy and things like that. I used to do meal prep. I can't do that anymore. Meal plan. So each week we sit down and I'm like, okay, we kind of like stick to the same meals like a lot, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Because I don't like to have to think of like new things all the time. So like Monday's usually a chicken meal of some sort, and I have like my 5 favorite recipes. Tuesday is like probably like some type of a sausage and carb and or a vegetable. Wednesday is chicken again, probably. Thursday is taco night at our house, which is our favorite night. It's tonight.
I love taco night. It
taco night. And so we'll switch it up. Sometimes we do like turkey. Sometimes we do turkey and ground beef, or like we do chicken tacos. Whatever. It's taco night. Yeah. And then Friday night, recently we've been doing like a cauliflower pizza night.
Oh, fun.
And it's delicious. And I have to be aware of that, because it's like it's a lot of calories. But I count for it for the rest of the day. Yeah. And then weekends are kind of just like, whatever falls in the weekends. Okay. We try to be intentional about it and have things on hand, but have a little bit more flexibility in the weekends. Cool. So that's how I do my meal plan. I just try to keep it really simple.
That's good. That's good. And it probably makes sense with kids. I am a seat of my pants kind of girl. Yeah. It's really whatever is in the fridge. I'm like, okay, this is the meat I have that's thawed, and this is the vegetable that I have. I don't do a lot of grains, but Lowry likes, grains periodically, and so, or I'll sneak in some cauliflower rice. He's like, wow, this rice is really good. I know. One of my favorite tricks, and nobody taught me this, but I'm sure a million people do it, but is making chili, especially when it's cold, right? Making chili, and you put in riced cauliflower, or just cauliflower in the, in the food processor, right? And you can put a bunch in, and it still just looks and tastes like chili. Nobody knows that it's really mostly vegetable and a little bit of meat, or half and half, or whatever. So good. Yeah. So that's one of my favorite things, and it's easy to do. But I look in the fridge, in the fridge, and I really kind of do it with the dogs too. I'm like, okay, this is what I have, and so because I feed the dogs raw. And so this is what they're gonna get. I love it. Yeah, and it's good. Like, you probably have like that knowledge too, where you can kind of throw things together. Have some, over the years. When Lowry and I got married, I think it took me 3 hours one time to make fish tacos.
He's probably like, oh my gosh, what did I just sign up for?
Poor thing. He was like, what am I going to do with this? And then I love it. And I was not a nutritionist. I was interested, right? I was into health and wellness and just sort of learning on my own. And he got to learn along with me, I guess. But, oh man, I did not cook well. I cooked, but not well. Yeah. And then I've turned into a cook. Yeah. And it's really fun. So I've got stuff on my head, but I do get stuck in ruts. Sure. Sometimes I'm like,
eat the same stuff over, and I'm okay with eating the same stuff. But every once in a while, it's nice to throw in some things, right? Like every once in a while, I'm like, all right, I'm getting bored with this menu. Like, we gotta switch it up.
That's when the recipes are good. I take recipes and, like, I really like this, but this is what will make it better.
Same. I'll take from this and I'll just make it my own.
Exactly. I think that's the best way, and it does help though to open up your mind a little bit. Like, okay, I need to do that and get out of your rut a little bit. One of the things that I will tell everybody out there is eat lots of vegetables, different vegetables. And I want to say that, and I'm picking on you just a little bit because people do get stuck in eating the same things. And that's fine. Eat the same proteins, but mix up your vegetables, because the more diverse your vegetable intake, the more diverse your microbiome. Your microbiome is a huge part, upward of 70% of your immune system, right? We have to have an intact, diverse, healthy microbiome. And we're going to get that through root vegetables, all kinds of different root vegetables. You know, there are different vegetables that feed different types of bacteria. So then your cruciferous vegetables and your onions and your leeks and all of these things do really great things for your microbiome. If you're having trouble eating vegetables, then you have an infection probably, right? So we need to understand that, you know, it's normal. It's not normal to not be able to eat vegetables. So if that is your problem, seek help, seek advice, figure out what's going on. But try cooking your vegetables. That might be a little easier on your belly. So wanted to throw that out there. Got to give a little tips here and there.
I love that. I love that. Totally. I'm totally guilty of that. I'm like, steamed broccoli Monday through Thursday. It's green and my kid will eat it.
What's so fun about summer too is I have at this point 3 gardens.
Oh wow.
So I literally almost every day will go out and pick my lunch. And
that's awesome.
It's so much fun. And I'm like, it's August, it's going away soon. And, you know, being in Colorado, being from Texas, we had a full 3 more months of growing season. And here, I'm like, they're just starting to grow. I'm just pulling beets and just getting tomatoes. And anyway, but it's super fun while it's here.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. So you get some of that good dirt in it. You know, I do a little rinse, but I don't, you know, half the time I just eat off the plant, you know. I'm like, it's the best thing in the world.
Farm to table, right in your backyard.
Right in the backyard. It's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Let's do another quick ad. Might as well. I'm a little bit early, but who cares, right? So let's talk about Zymogen. Zymogen is. Have you ever heard of Zymogen?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm excited. Teach me the ways.
So Zymogen's a great company. They are a professional line. You can't get them anywhere. You can't get them on Amazon. And I'm going to talk about it again because I think it's important. But Amazon and eBay, if you order supplements from there, data shows it's expired or it's not the same supplement.
Oh, no.
Do not order your supplements off Amazon or eBay. Get them from somebody that is reputable, whether it's a practitioner or even if you go mainstream and you go to the health food store, you know, a real health food store, not the drugstore, a real health food store. But Zymogen, they won't put their products out if they're not perfect. They've got lots of data behind their products. They do lots of research. They put a lot of money into their products. They're some of my favorites, and they support the show, and I love that because I use them. I'm not a practitioner who'll use only one line. I think, you know, there are different companies who fulfill different needs of different clients, right? You have to have that. But there are a couple that I just love, and Zymogen is one of them. And so I have these two. I keep having putting the same poster up. I should probably change it out. But these are a couple of my favorite products because I've talked about how, I probably say it every show, but I'm working on my own focus and my own brain, and I'm taking care of my brain because it's got some issues, right? You know, I'm a little bit forgetful and I don't focus well. Mm-hmm. But over the last few months, I'm working with a couple of practitioners on just brain balance and focus, and I found some products that I love that help me focus. Rightful's one of them, and these two, this ATP Ignite workout, which Lowry takes before we go to the gym.
Oh, cool.
And this Ketonics, which is a ketone product, right? And I work now so well throughout the day. it's kind of amazing what it's given to me, because I would literally just jump around. And so my chiropractors, they're neurologically based chiropractors. They're also people who I'm co-creating a course with, which I'll be talking about more in the coming month or so. But yeah, it's exciting. It's really cool. But they have diagnosed me essentially with some ADD. I'm like, okay, probably makes a little bit of sense because I jump around a lot. So in trying to not do that, working with them, and then these help me to not do that. So yeah, it's really nice to find a little bit of balance when I feel like I'm looking at emails, then I do this, and I can't do this, and I can't finish.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know.
We were just talking like, let me find my 85 tabs, so I'll find my notes.
That's not
it's like
one
a mimic
that
of
I
our
can get
brain,
rid of.
right?
I know.
I know.
So it's true. And then I get so many, I find myself going, okay, now I'm just overwhelmed. I gotta clean it all out. Yeah.
Wipe it. I love it.
It's true. It's true. So I think that now I really kind of want to get into, if you're kind of finished with the whole COVID thing, I think it's relatable. I hate to focus on COVID because I think that
it surrounds us right
it
now.
does surround us. It's not what we want to talk about, but I think there are also a lot of entrepreneurs, so many entrepreneurs who are in the same situation. How do we get through? How do we adjust? How do we change? But I think a lot of that too is being the healthy entrepreneur, right? And so the show, we always want to bring it back to health and wellness. But as we talked about in the beginning, health and wellness is extremely broad. Mm-hmm. So, talking about, I was doing a little bit of reading before the show and made some notes on, all these different articles and their top things for healthy entrepreneurs. And so, just kind of getting into some of those things and talking about them. But, things that we can do. What are you're coaching somebody, what are some of the things that you would tell them? Because they're all entrepreneurs, is that right? Or mostly entrepreneurs?
Some, yeah.
So some of the healthy habits, what would be things that you would tell people, and what do you see where they're like, maybe you should try this because that's not working for you so well?
yeah, for sure. I think that, making sure that they are exercising, I think is huge, because they need some type of outlet, whether it's, whether it's some type of HIIT training, or maybe it needs to be yoga for that person, or whatever it is, just making sure they're finding some outlet for moving their body, because it's easy to get trapped to sit at our desk.
Just sit at your computer for hours and hours and hours. I have definitely been guilty of that.
Yes, for sure, we all are, entrepreneur or not, right? So, especially nowadays. So definitely,
Zoom.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Let me just sit on Zoom.
There's going to be like science that comes out about like the effects of our brains in Zoom, but anyway, it's like the Zoom glaze.
Yeah.
So making sure they're moving their bodies for at least an hour a day, and if they can. So like taking intermittent breaks throughout their day to make sure they're moving. So that's when like literally moving our bodies helps stimulate our brain to actually be able to refocus, right? So even if we get up from our desk and we do like 10 air squats and some jumping jacks and like walk around the block, like that would be amazing if we could do that intermittently throughout the day, right? That's in a perfect world.
Set an alarm.
Yeah.
Set an alarm to get up and move. And not to interrupt, but along those lines, one of the things that I read, I think they do 20 minutes of work and then a 5-minute break. I'm like, that seems 20 minutes.
Well,
I'm like, I'm not really getting anything done. I know.
I'm like, oh.
But it does. I mean, that's their thing, and not everybody can do that. In my mind, it's more like an hour or something like that. You do an hour worth of work, get up, take a walk, jump around, do whatever you do, and help to refocus. And like you said, it does kind of brings you back. I'm like, okay, now I can jump back in again.
Yeah, absolutely. So movement for sure. It would be like, if they're not doing that, definitely adding that in, and then talking about like what their morning routine looks like. So how we wake up, like how we start our day is a lot of times how we go throughout our day. And I am preaching right now, but I'm not living because I have a toddler at home that usually wakes me up most days way too early. But in a perfect world, if I could, having that morning routine, and when I can, of whatever it might look like for you. So it could be 5 minutes of meditation, or 10 minutes of meditation and some journaling or a devotional or like whatever that quiet. I just like starting out slow though, not starting with our phones, not starting with our email, not starting with the news. Oh, please don't start with the news.
Start with the news, especially now.
It's like garbage in, garbage out, right?
Yeah,
so like starting our day in a really slow, intentional way. And then I think having a plan the night before. So like I'm a huge proponent of making sure that they have a plan for their fitness, for their nutrition, like the night before. So I'm a big proponent of like nightly planning for the next day and even weekly planning as well. So like I think when we're talking about just making sure that like again our goals are in line with our schedule. So taking a look at your schedule for the week and saying, okay, like where am I fitting in? Where am I taking care of myself?
Yeah.
Because we all know like that we can't pour from an empty cup, right?
Right.
And so just making sure that we're taking time throughout the week to take care of ourselves so that we can do the things that we want to do.
And so many, I think, especially moms, I'm not one, but moms tend to put everybody first. And then what happens? They get sick. Right? Yeah. If moms are sick, moms can't take care of everybody else. Nope. So we have to get back this this view that everybody comes first and I can't take care of me, because I mean you have to. And I would say even if you're, I mean I'm not a mom, but as an entrepreneur, I can't be successful, or I can't be as successful maybe as I want to be if I'm not healthy, if I can't focus, if I'm not, if my sympathetic nervous system is always in overdrive, right? So this is your fight or flight, and this is where we sit. You're, all of the time. We're super stressed. We don't sit down to eat, and then our body doesn't function properly. And we could go into that, but it would probably take too long. But we have to come back, and so
regulate.
We have to. So we want to bring it into parasympathetic. We have to have calm. We have to have focus, because it changes our biochemistry. Literally. And so the morning, starting your morning, I have created, and I haven't done it in 2 weeks now, which has been crazy. I've had a couple of just really crazy weeks, but starting the morning for me personally, I get up, I do prayer, I do meditation, I do gratitude, I do devotional, and I'm kind of mixing it all up, right? And I'm doing some manifesting. I'm seeing what I want my life to look like and what I want my business to look like. I'm looking at that, and I'm putting it in my in that place, and I'm so thankful and grateful for all of the opportunities that God has given me. And it has started out, it was like 10 minutes, and now sometimes it's an hour or more. I'm like, okay, I gotta get up really early. And it's a part of it though, because one of the other things is getting up early. And I'm not an early bird. Lowry's definitely not an early bird, but we're learning, right? So it went from getting up at 8 o'clock. Now we're getting up at anywhere between 5 and 6:30, depending on the day, right? And so you have that time, because I feel like that's when it's productive, is in the morning. In the evening, for me anyway, you've got dinner, and then of course you've got the news, which makes you a little bit crazy, and it's just all of these things. And the next thing you know, you got to go to bed. It's 9 or 10 o'clock, and you haven't done anything but made dinner and be mad at the news. And it just, I feel like I'm getting, like I'm just by 6 or 7 o'clock, I'm like, I've done so much already. One of the other things that I loved in here was one of the girls gets up and she does, I don't remember what it is, but it was 30 sit-ups and 3 minutes of plank and a few things. She's like, I have done 20 minutes of a workout first thing in the morning. The blood's pumping. All of these things have happened, and then I can start the day. And again, it's a focus and a balance. I'm like, okay, I need to add that in too.
It's a trap. That's a trap. It's a trap.
It is.
No, but I think what you're talking about is like, so I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins. I don't know if you're, I feel like he's very like polarizing, but I love Tony Robbins. And one of the things that I really love that I think what we're talking about is like changing your state. So we can do that in a physical way, like literally like physical, like we're we're working out first thing to change our state, or the meditation's changing our state, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But we're changing our state from where we were to where we are, and we can do that whenever. We can do it in the morning. I think that's an important time to do it. Doing throughout the day is also important. It's not always amping. It's sometimes, like you're saying, it's like, I need to actually just sit here and take 10 deep belly breaths. Yeah. I need to deregulate instead of like amp up. Yeah. So it's all about like knowing yourself, right?
Yeah. So one of my favorite things is, especially when it's warm outside, it's hard when it's cold, but I'll go outside and I crave it. Going outside and laying in the sun and just meditating. That's my time. And it might be 5 minutes. I've done it probably up to 30 or 45 because I just kind of really get into that deep state. It might even be a little bit of a nap, but it's so good. And I just crave the sun. Yeah. Love the sun. And so that's one of my favorite things, and it gets me most days. It gets me away from my computer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what you're talking about, I love it too. So I don't get to go out usually. I don't get to do anything by myself besides shower usually.
And sometimes not even that.
Yeah. Usually not even that, to be really honest. My teenager's usually in there doing something on her phone. But we do family walks in the afternoon, and that's been such a blessing. I think that was like COVID kind of started that. So again, there's good things coming out of this craziness. But like we started doing family walks every night, and I think for me, I feel really connected and like balanced and grounded when I'm in nature. And so it's like finding that space for yourself, whatever that might be. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not at your computer and it's not in front of your TV. Yeah. It is somewhere else.
It is. It's a way.
Yeah, it's a way. And so that's been such a blessing for us, just to get out and like walk for 20 minutes in nature, and just like some days it's my toddler might be throwing a fit, but I'm still like outside and I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. Do you ever get out and walk barefoot?
Yes, I love it. Like grounding. Oh, yes, I love it. Yes. My daughter's lacrosse practice, we do that a lot. Awesome. So, and I try to let my son, my toddler, go barefoot. Everywhere, in the rocks, in the dirt. Yeah. Try to keep him away from the glass, but
smart. Yeah, but
we're learning.
Yeah, it happens.
We're learning. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it is. And so, if you haven't heard of grounding or earthing, there's actually a book, and I have not read it yet, but it's called Earthing. And one of the I think he has a chapter in the book. His name, oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting it right now, but he's a cardiologist. I would consider him a functional cardiologist. He's an MD, and I think he was trained allopathically, but I did my thesis based on, in part based on one of his books.
Oh, cool.
Wow, Sinatra, what is his first name?
It's going to come to you.
It's not Michael Sinatra, it's not Michael. Stephen Sinatra.
It's not Frank. It's probably
not Frank Sinatra. Stephen Sinatra, though. And so if you are curious about anything related to cardiology, related to cholesterol, high blood pressure, those kinds of things, he's amazing, and he'll give you the real story, because there's a lot of false and incomplete information out there, and don't have time for that here. But so anyway, so the writer, Ober, I think is his last name, but Stephen Sinatra has, I think, a chapter in the book. So I haven't read it yet. I have it sitting there waiting for me, like 4,000 other ones that I have.
I know, right? Yep.
But it's all about how we're electrical beings. The earth is electrical, and the earth is essentially our modulator. It's what helps our body to work and to balance. And then all we do is we walk with rubber on our feet all the time, instead of getting on the ground, getting on the grass, and enjoying that. And so try it. One of the things that I read was, if you're dealing with PMS, or if you're angry, or whatever it is, go outside, put your feet in the grass for an hour. Read a book, or take your computer, even if you have to, right? Yeah. Put your feet in the grass for an hour, and it starts to bring some balance. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of data. Yeah. So this isn't just this willy-nilly woo-woo stuff.
There's
data.
Science. Yeah, there's science. Yeah.
So very cool. Okay. So what other things would you? I'm looking at my little list of notes here. There are some kind of interesting things. But are there other things that you? Oh, here was one. Sorry, I'm totally. I was like, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, please ask me.
So one of the things that, and I don't know who this guy is, but he every day does a smoothie.
Oh, Seth Godin.
You know him?
Yeah. He's a business guy. Anyway, he's about to actually talk at the summit that we're hosting through our mentor. But
awesome.
He's like a big marketing guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you know him.
Smoothie. Yeah.
So he has a smoothie every day, which I think is great. But it's the same smoothie every day. Change it up. Put other things in your smoothie. Our body is not created to eat the same thing every day.
Yeah.
And I'll also tell you, our body is created to chew. So if we're drinking smoothies and we're not chewing our smoothies, we're not
stimulating.
We're not creating those digestive enzymes that we're supposed to. So then you're probably not utilizing the nutrients within. And if you've heard me once, you've heard me a million times say it's the food, it's the nutrients within that speak to our body that tells our body what to do. Good food speaks, it tells our body the good things to do. Bad food, our body's going to don't know what to do, help me out here.
Yeah. And
then it starts screaming at you because you've got pain or inflammation or some disease or something. So, but, things that I'll do, some people might put whole, instead of mixing like oats in your smoothie and actually mixing it, putting it in whole so you have to chew it. I'll do cacao nibs, so you got to chew it. Or fruit, put your berries in and put a few in that you don't, mix up, or smoothie,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm like, what's my word? And so chew your smoothies and don't do the same smoothie every day. Make it more vegetables, different fruit. Yeah. Anyway, so I thought that was interesting. Like,
I don't do a smoothie every day, but I am guilty of having like a similar, I think starting with eating breakfast every day is a good, right, that's the base. And then, like you're saying, mixing it up. So I usually overeat eggs. I'm like really guilty of this.
Eggs are
but
so
I will, I change up what I put in them. So each week I'll say, okay, this is my egg vegetable for the week. And then each week I'll switch it up. Because every day would be a lot for me and then probably go bad. But anyway, so I'll pick one for the week. So I'll, mushrooms is this week. And then next week might be broccoli. And next week might be kale or whatever. And so I mix it up that way. Yeah. So that's just an easy way for me to keep it simple, but also try to create some type of change up in there.
Good.
So
cool.
Yeah.
They have the mushrooms, these beautiful mushrooms now that they're selling everywhere that are not your everyday mushroom. And I don't remember what they're all called, but all these different different types of mushrooms. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen them.
Whole Foods and natural grocers are bringing in all these different sort of chef mushrooms, and they're amazing. I get so excited because they're big and they're little and they're meaty and they're just so much fun.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen them. I'll have to keep an eye out. Yeah.
Okay, so what are some other things? Here's one: a power nap your way to success.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, I'm not a napper.
Yeah. Napping would be nice. I love napping. Actually, on the weekends and stuff, I'll try to take a nap. And even if I don't nap, I'll, if my toddler's taking a nap, I'll go and I'll lay down for 20 minutes. And I may not
nice.
sleep, I'll just rest. Just try to kind of recoup a little bit. I mean, if you can and it works for you, great. Again, I think we're all so bio-individual. I think you got to try some things.
Yeah.
And what works in one season may not work in another season of life.
Well, right? And I think that's a great way of looking at it, because our bodies are meant to go along literally with the seasons of the year. And then we do have seasons in our life as well.
Yeah.
But, whether it's food intake or exercise, if you think about it, and I know that this is true for myself, in the summer, which is why I love eating, it's like I go out and just eat a salad out of my garden. I love that. And I don't crave bone broth. Right, but if in the winter, I'm craving warm, I'm craving bone broth, I'm craving the
comfort,
good, healthy comfort foods, because it's cold outside, and that's how we're created. So we need to, the goal is to kind of take that step back and listen to your body in all of these situations, in what works for you throughout the day. Whether you're an entrepreneur or not, whether you're working, if you just have, if you have family, and whatever you have going on in your life, listening to your body, listening to what it needs, knowing that there is a rhythm with your environment, with the earth, with the seasons, and it's if you sit back and think about it and try to understand it, which is difficult, but it's really beautiful. It's just kind of amazing. And if you allow yourself to go with the rhythm, because I feel like sometimes we just fight it.
I feel like it's our culture right now to fight it. You know,
so
like,
true.
and we're just fighting that counterculture constantly when we are trying to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it does. Our culture doesn't nurture that, right?
True.
And so we have to be really intentional about choosing that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, one of the, there's another, you know, we talk about sleep and how important sleep is, and there's the culture that says if you are getting more than 4 hours of sleep a night, then you're not working hard enough, you know, and those entrepreneurs who believe I have to.
It's a lie.
Yeah, I have to, you know, work until 2 o'clock in the morning and get up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and do it all over again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that goes back to taking care of yourself and being able to take care of your family, because that is just not sustainable.
No, it's not. And I mean, I know we're kind of living that right now just because our son doesn't sleep and whatnot, but I love sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can tell, like, it's starting to wear on me so much, and sleep is so important. Like, I think of all the things that we're doing, like, if we can eat and eat and eat until our, you know, but, like, if we're not sleeping, like, that is, like, literally an essential thing of being a human.
Yeah.
We have to sleep.
Yeah.
And I think people discount that. And I see people coming to the gym, they're like, I don't know why I'm not performing well. I'm like, what does your sleep look like? I don't know. Well, we should probably look at that.
Yeah.
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 So.
You know, again, it kind of goes with, you know, we sleep and eat with the sun. Yeah. And a lot of us don't do that, right? Especially with the change in the hours, you know, the spring and the fall. But, you know, when I think back before technology and all this stuff, we would get up with the sun. Get up with the sun and go to bed with the sun. And that's really how we're built. Yeah. And so, you know, even I don't do that now, but I am much better, and it's a practice. Everyday practice. I try to go to bed between 9 and 10. Usually it's 10. Last night it was like 10:30. But I know that if I don't go to bed, then I'm not going to be able to get up when I want to get up. You know, my goal is to get up at like 5 or 5:30. That's really early for me. really early.
It's early. It's just early period. Yeah.
But you know, it's not easy. But you know, it's really just, again, putting yourself first. And really, I'm kind of going back a little bit, but it's that, what am I actually getting done at 9 o'clock at night? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing productive. Absolutely.
Unless I go to bed and read, which that I crave that, and I don't read near as much as I want to. But
same.
You know, that's what I'll do. So I actually would like to go to bed at 8 and read till 9. But that's a hard one too.
It is, and it's all. I think we all have our sweet spots too, and I don't know, like, what your thoughts are on sleep, but I think, like, some people naturally do better with less sleep, and some people naturally do better with more sleep too. My husband is like, he can sleep 4 hours and be like semi-human. He gets like 5-6 hours and he's like rock star.
That's awesome.
I'm like 8 hours, please. 8 hours, please. 7 hours is probably my like sweet spot. But that's when I can tell I feel the best. So
I'm kind of the same. I think probably 7 hours is good. Larry's like 12. Not really sure.
And then age too plays a part, and I think I think the science says the older we get, the less sleep we need. Is that right? I don't know what the new science says.
Well, so what I know, I don't know if it's just the biochemical changes as we age. I don't know how, if it really is supposed to be that way, but I know as we age, we start to lose melatonin.
Okay.
Now, if we were to boost our serotonin, which converts into melatonin, you know, and things like that, you know, by taking care of ourselves, is that really the way it's supposed to be? Or is that the way it's happening? That's like our hydrochloric acid in our bellies. If we don't have enough hydrochloric acid, we're having, you know, bacterial overgrowth, yeast overgrowth. We are not digesting and utilizing our nutrients. You know, all of these things can happen without hydrochloric acid. As we age, we start to lose hydrochloric acid. Is that normal, or is there something happening? Because it happens to pretty much everybody if we don't watch it.
HCl.
Right, exactly. And me too.
Supplement,
But what is it? And so I end up taking it just kind of periodically. I can kind of know when I start to need it. But what is it that we're doing? Because the body is meant to run pretty beautifully and perfectly, but we also are only meant to live about 120 years. which, and we're not even close to that, right? We're like 70 years.
Yeah.
But that's, if you heard the term, can't even recall. If you heard the term telomeres, you know, that's kind of that's part of our DNA, and it's kind of the shorter our telomeres is like that's how much life we have left, and we can test that. Crazy. I know. It's really cool though, but you can also extend your telomeres.
Okay.
So if you know where they are,
That's
like, okay,
cool.
this is what I need to work on. So according to our telomeres, we should be here about 120 years.
Wow. So
Yeah.
we're doing something in the midst of all of that. Huh?
There's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff
we can control, a lot of things we can't control, which is kind of what stinks. You know, we have toxic chemicals in our environment and, you know, things. We just can do the best we can with what we have, right? And
100%.
not stress about things that we don't have any control over. Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
love it.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That is cool.
One of the things, here's one. So one was to minimize decision making.
Yes.
Which I think is great.
Yes.
And to, you know, it's delegating.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm starting to do that. I know you do that a lot, which is amazing. And I want to let you talk about it. But here's what what he said was Mark Zuckerberg, who I am not a fan of. Put it out there right now. But he wears the same thing every day.
Yeah.
And I think somebody else did that too. I can't think of who it was, and I get the concept.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wearing the same thing every day.
You gotta find your thing.
Yeah, and you find your thing that helps you. And I think Lowry would probably wear the same thing every day. He's like, he doesn't want to think about it. I'm like, okay, what can I wear today? Let's look through the closet and let's look, because I like clothes. Yeah, you know, clothes are fun.
Yeah, and you probably like having choices.
I do like choices.
Yeah, and I think I love that. And so I think there's a lot of personality traits stuff too.
Yeah.
But yes, minimize the amount of decisions you have to make in a day. I think that's how you stay sane.
I think so
right?
too.
And so especially as, you know, whatever your life looks like, whether you're a mom, you're working mom, you're, you know, an entrepreneur, whatever. I think that is like a huge key to sanity. So like that's one of the reasons I eat some of the same things, even though that may not be the best area to choose, but I have like probably 10 outfits that I wear like on a rotation. That I'm not thinking like every day like, oh, should I like I don't want the Cheesecake Factory menu. You know what I mean? Like I go there and I'm like, I don't know, that menu's huge, what do I choose? Right? And so like meal planning, I don't have to think about what I'm having for dinner. I don't want to have to think about what the constant question of like, what am I eating for lunch? What am I eating for dinner? Like if you can take those easy decisions, those are little ones, right? These ones are not that, I mean, they're important, but they're not like life-changing. So like taking those little decisions, knowing exactly like having a planner and like a Google Calendar that tells you like, all right, here's some structure. I love structure. Not everyone thrives off structure though. So I think that is 100% like, there's a lot of areas you can choose that, right? Yeah. So like you can, you know, even as simple as like making the choice of like the brand you buy in the grocery store or the brands you buy, like, you know, just getting into like, I think that's where the rhythms help you make less decisions throughout the day. And I get decision fatigue. Like as an entrepreneur, like if someone asks me, like if my friends were hanging out and they're like, where do you want to go to dinner? I'm like, I just say really bluntly, like, I've made a lot of decisions. Could you guys please choose? I just I don't want to choose. I just don't want to make a decision.
Yeah. That's, and I think that's really great thing, because I'm kind of the same way. I'm like, I don't really care. Sometimes I do, right? And I'll say it very clearly, but something like that's not a decision I feel like I really need to make right now. My brain doesn't want to do that. I don't care enough. Just do it. Yeah. And it kind of goes along with when you are building your company and you're giving things away. You're giving things away that it is hard, but what a relief it is, because I'm feeling it right now, where I don't have to make the decisions on where and how to put together the social media.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like a party.
I'm like, it's not what I'm good at. It's not what I want to do. I want to focus on what I'm good at, and I want to give the other stuff away. Yes. And so often,
succeed. Yeah.
So often, we're starting out, we're afraid of spending the money. Been there, still am, but it's okay. You're afraid of spending the money, you're afraid of giving it away, you're afraid it's not going to be right. And then the startup of that is like in the whole, just having people take it over and what it takes to give it to them.
Yep.
Because there's a lot involved because they don't know your business.
Yes.
So you have to teach them your business.
And it's hard because it's just like in your brain.
Yeah.
And getting that out of your brain is hard. Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's so worth it. And it's how you move forward, right? Yeah. We're doing this right now. Like we just hired an ops manager, so I don't have to think about the actual physical space of the gym because it just like consumes me. And like I already feel like such a load off. But like it's a process. It's gonna take like 6 months to get all those things out of my brain and into like an actual like SOP for someone else to do. And it's totally worth it. And it's hard. And in a year from now, I'll be so grateful. Because it's like. Absolutely. 1,500 decisions that I don't have to think about. Like I don't want to think about like what toilet paper we're ordering and when we're. I don't need to think about that. Like you said, I need to focus on your zone of genius. And what you're really good at, and that's how we thrive as humans. Is like focusing on like our little zone of genius, right? And let someone else do the other.
Our zone of genius.
We're
gonna have a show just called Our Zone of Genius.
Let's like do it. It's all based in like our personality types too, like an Enneagram. I love all that stuff. We can do another talk on that.
All right. I like it when I show ideas just like there, and then I don't have to think about it. It's perfect.
I love it.
Okay, so it is 11 o'clock. I want you to talk about where you can be found if you want to be found for Lifescape.
You can find me. I'd love to help you.
Awesome.
So you can find me at vantagemovement.com. We've got an email on there, info@vantagemovement. It will get to me eventually if you address it to me. That's our gym and our fitness facility where we help people get healthy and fit.
It's gorgeous. It's such a great spot.
Yeah, thanks. Become healthier, happier humans. And then Lifescape, you can find that at escapeyourlife.com. And my email's on there. You can contact me there. And what I just want to do there is help you become the best version of yourself and reach your potential. So whatever area of life that is. So
awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. This was really fun.
So fun.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We'll dig into all of the personality stuff because that stuff is so cool to me. Anyway, I gotta hurry up. I gotta shut up. So I know. Sometimes I just keep talking. So Nikki Burnett, Taste Life Nutrition. This is Taste Life Radio on KUHS Denver. You can find us here every other Thursday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. You can find me. Go to my website, Taste Life Nutrition. Or the Facebook page. I'm all over the social media and excited to allow others to be all over the social media for me, which is good. And here in the coming weeks or months, I'm going to talk a little bit about a course that I'm co-creating with my amazing chiropractic friends and colleagues. So super excited about that. And that's sort of again what this COVID has created, something that is you got to find the good in everything, right? And so this has been a really good thing. So thanks for being here. We will see you in 2 weeks. Bye. All right. Slowest mouse in the world.